Peace and blessings. Have you ever felt that you need some help in identifying your purpose, your life goals, or maybe some counseling in your personal life for happiness or getting through your moments of grief? Some guidance in your career, some advice in your profession? Well, that was me in my early 20s at the start of my career and in my midlife crisis when I lost my job as marketing manager for the lab division of Merck, Germany due to so-called right sizing. It was me when I started my own business and failed, started again and failed. It was me when I was faced with some family crisis, some personal problem. It was me when I became the director and vice president for Dynamac International Inc. USA, when I became the managing director and CEO for Greenline Trading LLC UAE, and it was me when I decided to relocate to US and start all over again from the scratch. I had always been a nervous person. Moreover, I had another problem. Whatever I used to read, I would hardly remember what I read. I remember my very first interview for medical representative's position with Lederle Labs. As I was entering the room, my heart was racing at maybe 100 miles per minute. My throat was dry, hands shaking, knees wobbling. Mr. Jeelani, tell me about yourself, asked Mr. Shamshad Ali Khan, the head of Lederle Labs. My name is Faisal Jeelani. I have done my Bachelor's of Science from DJ Sindh Government Science College. Silence. No more. Not a word. I had no idea what to say next. Tell me your strengths and weaknesses. Well, I am friendly. I am little sensitive. Silence. Nothing more. Every second was like an hour. I could hear my heart pounding. It was beating so fast as if it would come out of my chest. Do you have any hobbies? Yes, I read books. Which types of books do you read? I like to read books on personal development and success. Okay. Which book have you read recently? Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Tell me one thing that you remember from that book. That was like a bombshell. I was blank, absolutely blank. After a while, he said, take your time. Let me know when you recall something. And he started looking at some files. I was sitting right in front of him, frozen. The more I tried to think, the more I got blank, as if I have read nothing. I had no idea how much time went by. Suddenly, I don't know how, but I recall. Maybe because it was one of my favorite quotes. I cleared my throat. He looked at me and said, are you okay? I said, yes, I remember. He said, what? I said, every adversity and every unpleasant experience carries itself with an equivalent or greater seed of benefit. He extended his hand, indicating that the interview was over. As I was going back, I had no hope. With this kind of interview, there was no chance of getting the job. But to my astonishment, 3 weeks later, I received the job offer. I joined. 4 years later, I was working with Ames Diagnostics, a division of Miles Lab. I already had the idea that if I want to grow and succeed, I have to improve my qualifications, my communication skills, my business skills. And that's what I did. I have no idea why I did my Bachelor of Science, but I know very well why I did my MBA and Ph.D., why I started teaching BBA and MBA classes, why I launched professional training and development programs at Pakistan American Culture Center and for the corporate sector, and why I became a certified master life coach. But there was no one to guide, to advise, to mentor, or to counsel. This is what happens with majority of people. Most of them have no idea what they are doing and why they are doing it. Even the few who know have no idea how to pursue their purpose, their passion. The reason people don't realize their full potential or go for their dream is not because they don't have the resources. It isn't because they don't have the desire, and it isn't because they don't have the time. It is because they don't have nobody to guide them, to challenge them, to help them dream big and stretch their horizon, to create a compelling vision. Big goals take big commitment. And that is where a life coach can help. And that is why I decided to become a master life coach, to help people achieve their full potential.